Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Muzzlewood here. Today we're going to have a look at how to improve your audio quality on your videos or any narration that you do on the cheap. This is not a one button fix, so it's going to take a little bit of effort on your behalf, but yeah, if you put in that little bit of time, your audio is going to sound a lot better, and hopefully you won't have to shed out a lot of cash to get the good results. So let's have a look. So the three major tools we're going to use to achieve this are our microphone, obviously, Audacity, and some nice window settings just to make sure our microphone's working correctly. And that's it. There's a lot of videos out there on this, but I hope I can put it all in one spot so you don't have to jump around a few videos and it's like just one nice timeline that you can follow. So let's start with the microphone. The microphone's where it all starts. It's your input device. Without it, the world can't hear what you have to say. Do you need to spend $500 on a headset or mic? Then all the other things that might have to go with it. Well, if you got the cash, sure, but this path, as some people go down, is they just waste a lot of cash and a lot of time. In the research I did, a lot of people buy microphone after microphone, headset after headset, thinking that it's going to fix their audio straight away, and it's 7 or so headsets later they kind of discover that there's some basic things that are wrong. I nearly started down this path, but I caught myself, and now what I'm about to tell you is what I do, because I know my room setup and my computer's limitations. So I have two microphones, let's say about 5-year-old USB Logitech headset, and a lavalier mic, is that how you say it? A Sony ECM ES10 lavalier microphone. Sorry about that. Is one better than the other? Well, yes, I think so. The Logitech is very standard and raw sound, whereas the Sony adds a bit more bass and warmth to my voice straight on the straight recording. Anyway, here's some raw recordings of them. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
I hope you can hear the difference, and also now you can hear from the raw the process I put them through to get good sounding audio. Which one do I use? And what I'm using right now? Well, the Logitech. Why? Because of interference, really. I use a laptop to record my videos, and the interference I get on the Sony microphone is a lot more than the Logitech. This is a pretty common problem for people on laptops. Some people call it a ground loop problem, and you can kind of test this by listening to your microphone or monitoring your microphone, so you can use Audacity for that, and just pulling your power cord in and out, and you'll see tonal differences in the signal. So I get that on both my microphones, but more so less on the USB headset, because there's just less interference in the hertzes for that. So you might, if you're having audio problems, you might want to try a USB over a 3.5mm plug. And also another reason is the sensitivity of the Sony is too much. My current room recording environment is I guess not ideal. I could do this to it, but no, I can't. That's why I use the Logitech over the Sony, and I also add a few mods to the mic just to take the edge off it as well. So next I could just talk about the Windows settings by themselves, but really they're tied into Audacity as well. So I'll link both of these next bits together. Yeah, but first of all, you'll have to find your way into your Windows, your microphone settings, and that's usually found in Control Panel, Sound and Audio Devices. Now, sorry, I am in Windows XP. Yes, hope you didn't hurt yourself falling off your chair then, but that's what I have to deal with. New computer hopefully coming soon, but yes, sorry about that. So some of this will look way different to you, but usually the same kind of area. Audio, once you're in your panel and your sound recording and your microphone, and you want to try and find the advanced or volumes. For me, I've only got volume here. Now this is what I like to adjust more in Audacity, but for newer XP and newer Windows users, you're going to have mic boost and some filters, denoise, all that kind of stuff. You want to turn all of them off. So mic boost right down, turn all your filters off, because you want to start vanilla, default, and then turn things back on if you need them. So yeah, so I've just fired up Audacity, and this is where I like to check my mic. So make sure you've got your microphone selected. So this is my USB headset, and up here are your levels. Obviously this is the out, so that's the going out to your headphones, so it's set at maximum at the moment, and this is my current microphone input level. So what's the right volume to record at? So what I found and I use, and it was pretty useful to find out, was you want to try and record around 12 decibels. So here is the meter, and it might be in a different spot for you, but what you want to do is make sure your microphone's selected, hit record. So that's my default, and so I'm talking now, and you can see some of my peaks are going over 12, so maybe I've set my microphone a bit too high for this, or it's maybe with Camtasia. Anyway, what you want to do is just talk normal like this, and hopefully your peaks will hit around that 12. So I should probably, you can do this on the fly, just keep talking, and now you can see I'm not hitting above 6 there, only when I go really high, and it gives you a chance to yell without, so you can see I've peaked out there. So this is what this is going to do, is give you a bit of headroom. You just need to adjust that slider on the fly and make sure your voice doesn't go too much above 12, and you'll have enough headroom in here to yell in your mic, get excited, or add effects without clipping your audio. Alright, back into it. I just say that because it's been a couple of days since that last take. Life just kind of took over, so yeah, happy to keep going and get this thing finished. And we are going to look at doing I guess the kind of more fun stuff, adding a bit of noise reduction, equalization, and normalization to these files. So I've just recorded a little clip here for us to work with, and I'll just play it through now. Well, I'll edit it back in because I can't play it on my setup, so I'll just press play so I can hear it. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So that's the footage, the audio we're going to work with. Nice and simple. You can see I've just left a nice gap at the front to use, and that is the completely raw. I've done nothing to it. So first off, we're going to start with the noise reduction. So the first thing you need to do is, once you've got your audio clip into Audacity, is select a good chunk of it, the quietest part you can, head up to effects and select, I always forget where it is, noise removal, and get noise profile. Cool, so now Audacity's got the profile of your quietness, and we're going to try and remove that from the whole bit of audio. Now you might have 20 minutes worth of audio. It just pays to select a chunk like that so you can hear what's going on without having to wait. Go back into noise removal. Now when you hit preview, you're going to be using the profile that you just got from selecting that part of the audio and hitting get noise profile, and really you just keep previewing it until you're happy with how it sounds. All the settings is kind of different, like I'm sure it'll be different me coming back and doing this take now. So I just hit preview and keep changing these sliders until it sounds good and not overdone. So really it's about how much noise you're removing, which is this slider here, and how sensitive it's going to be with the profile that you've selected. And the other one, I kind of leave smoothing where it is. I don't hear much of an effect myself, if anyone wants to tell me exactly what that does. But also the attack is how quickly the noise reduction kicks in and how quickly it comes out. So the higher attack, it'll just go silent and then into your voice and then silent. So I guess the higher attack might be good, but I find it sometimes a bit too jarring in the amount of noise that I need to remove from my mic. So play with those settings. Once you're happy with what you've done, select OK. Now you may have just hit OK just on a portion of your script, so you want to do undo. It's Control Z or Edit Undo. Select your whole audio clip now and go back into noise removal, and you should have the same settings that you had there. Press OK, and that applies it to everything. So you see that took a little bit longer. So I'll just have a play around with the noise reduction settings on this now, and I'll come right back. So I've had a play with the settings and I've come up with something I like. I really didn't change it from what I've had, so obviously found my little groove for my microphone, which you will as well. So I'll just play that for you now and you can hear the difference. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So you can hear there my hum at the start's completely gone, and it's just cleaned up a little bit throughout where I was talking. Once you've done the denoise, you can move on to equalization. Now this is where, what you think you sound like, how you think you sound comes into play, and how you think your viewers think you sound. So it's just something you need to do by ear. For me, just select part of your track again so you don't have to listen to the whole thing, and I head into equalization. You can see I've got a few saved profiles here. These ones are for the Sony microphone and these ones are for the Logitech. I started my curve off with the bass boost because it's very raw, and there's not a lot of low end, so I started off with this, and you can as well. And so this is pretty much keeping the higher hertz, so that's your trebles and highs, and then boosting your lower part of your voice. So you can see if I change the curve there, so I've lowered my highs, and kind of a wonky curve there, but I don't think that matters that much, and made my lows even higher. So yeah, this is a curve I'm happy with, and most of the time it's on the money when I'm using my Logitech microphone. So this curve, I can't tell you exactly what to use. It's really up to your ear and what you think sounds good and what your viewers might feel good as well. So maybe you can do a few videos with different settings and get comments on those, but this is what works for me. So I'm just going to just quickly cancel that and duplicate this so I can play it back for you later. Mute that, bring it down here, we'll call this EQ, and we'll apply the equalization to that. Fantastic. Alright. I'll just, while I'm here, quickly tell you how to save it. So if I was to edit this like that, kind of weird, but it'll come up as unnamed. If you just go save and manage, it's right there, unnamed. Rename, test, okay. So, okay. So there you go. I can choose test anytime I want. But for now, I'll choose Muzzer 4. Click OK. And you can see that's edited that. And I'll play that back now.
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
So that's it. That's what it's kind of warm, it's kind of nice. I feel that sounds like my voice when I'm talking. If it's not, then yeah, it's easily changed with the curve. But I haven't heard too many people complaining yet, so I'm rolling with it. So that is equalization. Next we'll just move on to normalization. So next is normalize. We've done our noise removal, equalize, EQ, and now we're going to just give it a little bit more of a boost. I find my audio recorded loud enough, kind of loud enough as it is now, and just normalizing it fixes, gives it a bit more of a boost for me. You can use compressor. I find it a little hard to use, so I'm not going to try to explain it if I don't really know if it works or not, but you can try this. It, from what I can tell, lifts your mids higher as well as, and keeps your lows low, so it kind of gives you a bit more of an even sound. But I just like running a normalize on my stuff, so you can give either one a go for your voice. So just from effects, select normalize. I'll leave it at 0.5, hit OK, and there you can see there we've got some bigger peaks and some bigger audio through there. And if I play it,
The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
now if you're noticing up the top there, we're almost peaking out now, which is good. So your highs are hitting as not peaking out, and your lows are kind of staying at a nice hearable level. So that's normalization, and really that's the last of the effects to add. So if you followed that through, now you should have audio that is loud enough, it's noise reduced, and should just be better sounding with the equalization. Now all you need to do is export that out of Audacity, and you can pop that back in, replacing your original audio track. So there you have it. I hope you found it useful. It's not one of my usual videos, I know, but yeah, I spent a bit of time researching it and came out with some good results on my audio, so I thought it might be useful for my viewers and anyone else who stumbles across this video. But we'll just recap on what I went through. So use the mic you've got before you buy a new one. Set up the room to your best ability to try and reduce noise and background noise and any other noise you might have in the room. Try to get your input level right on your mic. Try and keep it around 12 decibels. And finally, chuck it into Audacity, do a bit of a denoise, equalization, and some normalization, just to add a little bit more polish on top of what audio you have. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please hit that like button, and also if you want to have a look around my channel, I try to put a few videos out every month. It's not as many as I would like to, but yeah, if you have a look around and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. A bit of action on my channel always keeps me going. But yeah, we'll leave it at that, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.